The videos were created to provide the students with information about particular experimental techniques that they needed to use in the laboratory class. We're in the School of Medical Science and most of our courses have a laboratory component, but some of the techniques that the students perform, they may only do once a year or once or twice in a semester, for example, which means that there's a gap between the first time they see something and the second time they see it, and they often don't remember some of the fine detail. Using a microscope, for example, it's not something that you have access to all the time. The students only ever get to use it on occasion. The videos were created so that they can review how to use a microscope before they come into their first laboratory class, which means that class is then spent actually doing the activity that they're supposed to be doing rather than teaching them how to use a microscope again. The videographer from the health group came down and recorded the videos for us, and it was quite professionally done. For the most part, they videoed just the hands, so from behind, so just the hands, so you can see placement of equipment and how to actually perform tasks. Each of the videos had a script and actors, and we went through them. It took us about 3 days of filming to get through all of the videos. And we call that suite of videos the Virtual Techniques Centre. So each of the conveners involved got to review those videos afterwards and give feedback, but for the most part they were fine. The feedback from the students has been that they're really useful. So the biggest problem after we had done the videos, because we did those quite a few years ago now, was access for the students. So because they're quite large files, they couldn't be directly hosted in Learning at Griffith. So they were hosted on an external server and the links were provided, which was difficult with course copy and some other components like that. So every year we had to get the blended learning advisors to re-establish those links correctly. Now we have a YouTube channel. We now just can embed them directly in Learning at Griffith as YouTube links. So they're actually much more accessible now than they were when we first created them. If you're contemplating creating a set of videos, I think the first thing to consider is the length of time it takes to do the filming and the preparation involved, the need for a script ahead of time and the need for a particular type of space to actually do the filming in. And the length of time it actually took to video. As I said, it took us 3 days or more to actually complete all of those videos, and it was a very difficult 3 days. It was quite intensive. Second thing I would say is that it's important to think about how that information or how those videos are going to be disseminated ahead of time. So it wasn't until we had our YouTube channel developed that we were able to make them more accessible, and it's not something that we had considered beforehand.